Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to be going through the New Leaf Save Editor. I see the screen here. Let's just read this together. Use this tool at your own risk. Using it, you're responsible for any of your own data loss. Just be aware, today we're just going to be going through this and basically trying this out with an example file, and I've never noticed this button before, so let's check it out. And I'm going to run through with you guys the tips and tricks that I have and how to basically mod this yourself. I know that I have another video up, but now we're just going to go into depth about basically everything from top to bottom, just learning the ins and the outs of the software. So from this current item list, you can see that there are so many items to choose from. I mean, this is probably every single item in Animal Crossing New Leaf that you're available. I mean, even you have bells that you can place. But basically, this is going to be your item chart, and this stays with you through other tabs, and you can use it basically at any point of the save editor file. So it's basically like your own personal catalog of just everything. You can see there's, spooky furniture, there's holiday furniture, and then you can see up here there's also town, players, island, villager, shops, other. We'll go through all those tabs before, but let's focus on the town map and how to navigate through this as well. And you can see that everything is labeled. If you just scroll over, you can see it. So we are going to just run through this very quickly just so you guys can see everything. On the right hand side there are town buildings, and everything will glow when you also go over these, which is super nice. The developers, they did amazing with this. And here will be your public works projects underneath the villager homes, so you can add a building from there, you can change a building from there. We'll go through all of that. Town acres, so this is basically what your town looks like, and each plot of land, you can change that out. Town grass, will also go through that as well and how to use that. So let's go back up to the town map. We're going to start here. I'm going to show you guys how to use this catalog. So we're just going to click on something random, and then I'll show you guys how to basically place that. We'll just use flower or bush for now. That sounds good. So if you just right click anywhere on the map, whatever your current item is clicked will actually just place that onto your map. So just be careful. Sometimes, I accidentally randomly put random things on. So just make sure your current item, whatever you're clicked, make sure if you don't want to do anything, you always click this, because this will actually get rid of anything. And even if you right click randomly somewhere on an empty space, it'll just keep it an empty space for you. But that is basically going to be your delete button. So always look for this if you need to get rid of something. And you could see like over here, for villagers' homes, we're going to just hold the right button on our mouse and you can drag it anywhere you want. And super easy. If you go into the public works projects, you can just change it from right there. You can click whatever one you want instead of that. It makes it super easy, or you can just add a new building at the bottom like this. And everything will also show up in the left-hand corner whenever you add a building, so make sure you drop it over there and they don't pile up in the left-hand side. So now we're going to go through the town acres, and the town acres, I would not mess around with this too much unless you're in the example and you're just trying to learn things for now. But this can be kind of challenging. So you can see that the cliffs are on the right hand side and our ocean is bottom. So you can just go in and basically click any of these plots and just change them out. Just be super careful though, because you will always need this cobblestone circle for where your tree is. So you'll always need one of those, and retail, actually, you will need a cobblestone as well for. So just be careful. Make sure that you at least have, one pond and cobblestone, and then one full cobblestone for your tree area. And then let's go over to the town grass. I don't really mess with this too much unless my grass is really bad, but you can see here that the minimum will be taking away grass. So for purposes of this, I'm just going through and showing you guys, but if you click it on maximum, this will be grass actually coming back to life. So that will be like full untouched grass, not like the brown dirt you sometimes see around your town. But just be cautious not to also do this and be crazy with it. Like, make sure you're actually outlining your rivers and you're outlining ponds. You're not just making your whole map green or gray. So just be careful. You could do this as well and just like start fresh and make sure you can see everything if you do get lost. And if you did, just put green all over, just minimum it and then just go all the way over, and then you can go in and slowly like put some grass back in there. But just be cautious about it. I don't really know what happens if you're not, so just take that with a grain of salt. And then let's go over to the players tab, and here you will find your specific players for your town, and you can select one, or you can change up your name, you can change up your gender, your tan, your hairstyle. You can honestly do anything, and I know it's so customizable in New Horizons that New Leaf, once you're getting on the bus, you answer those weird questions. That's kind of just how you look, except for your hair, obviously, but your eye color, that can be changed, but your eyes themselves, your tan, everything like that. Sometimes it can be difficult, especially when you're not able to customize in-game as much. So this has definitely been super cool. I can change like my eye color, without spending 3,000 bells. I can change my face, which has been something that's bothered me for the whole game. You can even change your birthday. You can change when you registered. You can change your bell amount, which is super neat, and what's in your bank. Change your bank bells, your medals. And then here we have cheats: encyclopedia, emotions, catalog, and your census menu. So basically you can just fill up your encyclopedia, your emotions, and your catalog, basically just with a click of a button if you wanted to. I don't know why, but if you would want to. Here you can change your house exterior. You can pick anyone. You can do it all for free. You can make the best combo possible. I think that this is super neat, and this is honestly an awesome part of the save editor just because it's so much money. This is also cool too, the pattern. So you can import or export a pattern that you would like instead of having to go to the QR code system. We have badges over here. This is what Finnis gives you when he comes to see you at the island, when he comes to see you at your town. And then another thing here we will go through. So this is your rooms in your house. I will show you here how to add items. So we're going to go back to our catalog, and we're going to scroll down to the furniture section, and I'll just click on a random piece of furniture. So just click on that, and you can see it's clicked, and you can just click anywhere, right click on the room, and it will show up, which is super neat. You could just easily decorate from the save editor if you wanted to as well. And then again, just to get rid of it, make sure you click on this, and you can get rid of anything you need using this button. Alright, and then let's go to the next tab, the island tab. There's not too much here, I will not lie. I don't think that I would be messing around with anything just because I kind of just catch bugs on the island, so there's nothing too crazy, but you can see you can also add things to the island as well. Alright, and then the villagers tab, another favorite tab of mine. So basically there's so much to do in here. You can change out your villagers' name, their catchphrase, who they are, their furniture, their shirt, their wall, their floor. You can basically just control everything about them, which is crazy to say. I mean, you could just change their shirt here like I did, and just click on a random item. Even the song, you can change their song. And then click on that. I don't know why it wasn't working for that, but yeah, there's just so much you can do. I've done this before a lot. I've changed a lot of my villagers. I like to switch them out every once in a while and just kind of get new faces in my town. I feel like it makes it interesting. It makes it cool, because I do miss when they would just randomly move out. That's what made, I feel like, New Leaf so incredible, was just the feeling of losing a friendship as well. But this is super cool. You can change out their furniture to better match them. You can change their catchphrase. So it's a lot of awesome stuff in here. And you can just make them have rice cakes. It's funny. So all their furniture will just be replaced. Whatever furniture you are replacing, that will be what is on top of it, basically, essentially, when you go back into their house. You can see past residents here, and campsite and caravans. I don't really mess around with that either. I'm assuming that this is who is in Harvey's, but I'm not too sure. Alright, and then let's go over to the shops tab. So here you can see exactly what retail, T&T, Gracie, Nooks Homes, everyone is selling for the day, and you can switch it out again along with the catalog that we have, or you can take something from there and then, you know, just change it out with something else. And then here you can change up the turnip prices. You can just, if you bought turnips, you can change the price of it for the AM or the PM and go ahead and sell your turnips for that day. Alright, and then our last tab we have is just other information. So this is where you'll see your town name. You can change your native fruit as well. And then something that I never really noticed about New Leaf was different grass types. So there's circle, triangle, and square, and then it switches in the winter. Change that. Like I said with the cliff, I wouldn't change this too much just because I don't think that it fully registers in the game, so just be super careful about this as well. I would just leave it, honestly. And then you can see that there's grass type for the island, and then you can change it, the town hall colors to be a different color, and then you can match them with the train station. Super neat. And then this is something that's really cool that I just figured out, is you can actually have 3 of these collect at the same time. Obviously you can't have early bird and night bird owl on, but having 3 of them, pretty cool. Super neat. Town tree size, I don't mess around with that because I would like to actually see my own progress in the game as well. And then here you can see available PWPs. You can collect all of them if you just want. It's not like it matters if you're using the save editor, you can just get whatever you want anyway. So museum rooms, you can switch it out same exact way that we would do with the other rooms and using items. And that's basically it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.